Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
You ain't on that college football though.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I'll be on after I gotta play my game in 26. Who you playing right now? You playing Road to Glory or you playing Ultimate?
Playing Road to Glory.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25.
I'm Dynasty right now.
Oh my God! Get your ultimate team together so we can play some squads, boy.
We got this already. Ethan?
No, that's not what I asked you. I said get them together. Get them together. Get them boys together. I don't want to hear no. Oh, the defense is terrible. I don't want to hear none of that. So do I. Niggas try, but he there.
The give to the back.
All right, though. I'll stream right now, but I'll let you know when it's over.
Great job.
All right, man.
All right, yep.
Firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky? That's what they're doing here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Everett. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle. That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Fires to the tight end. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down.
How do you not get that pick, my guy? What are you doing?
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the
What
big tight end has
you
a chance to run a
doing?
little. And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Why are you so
Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Give to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Rifles it down the middle. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Quarterback strolling away from heat.
What passer hit?
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short,
He's
4th and
aggressive
medium,
with
maybe I see
these.
going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Irish. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls it, fired complete. Oh, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He leaves it with his back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Spits it out to the back. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Oh, he's getting ahead of sticks. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, James Madison.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield.
What was what was that?
Run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Here come the Irish, back on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Back to throw. It's Darnold. Showing off the arm. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
Motion from the wide receiver. He's got it on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. And when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Wants to go up top. He's got him. On the move at the 30. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive.
Touchdown! Fighting Irish. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Arkansas took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. And for a program that's won double-digit conference titles between the SEC and the old Southwest Conference, this is big time. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. On the run, it's Everett. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
he lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he throws another interception, his fourth of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Wants to throw. It's Darnold. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking to fire. Moves away as he feels pressure. Going right and going deep. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped him pick up that first.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitched down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. And now in the pitch, the ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Whitehead. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
And when you're in plus territory on 4th and 1, I don't think the quarterback was ever thinking about coming off the field.
I wouldn't be surprised if the QB convinced the coach to go ahead and do it from the way it looked.
100%. That's the coach. We got there.
Touchdown! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Tagged out of the air. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. DBs will back off a bit. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Dukes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. And fires complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
To the air on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. This time he's got it. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's at field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Pulls and fires complete. Turning it on! And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Under fire. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Come on, man.
You've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hand. Nestled just inside that right upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Dukes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Using his legs to buy some time. On the run deep down the right side. It's complete. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the marker. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not like it into the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. It's complete on the right side. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. And he's still running after the move. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Throwing right. Throws it in. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Dukes with the 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's Everett. There he goes. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision making.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I know we're in the 3rd quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Just drives it between the uprights. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets a block. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you can see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, no, no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the ground with the back. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Zings it complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Punts it out of the air. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half down through possessions, you're not punting anymore. Like every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
The give out of the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Motion from the back. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Gets the back moving. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the good tackle, forced the 2nd down and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation. But with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They're having none of this running game down on the goal line.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Right on the money. They found found a way to get in the rug, but he is stopped short, and it'll be 4th down.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down. And how nice is it, David, on 3rd down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice 3rd down.
And the Dukes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
To the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Everett. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed behind the line, it's Everett. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Breaks into the open on the left. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
His body. For the body.